So there I was, hitting the DM runs for some of that sweet loot, having a blast and realizing how completely overcomplicated and tedious Mythic Plus is in retail. Dishing out that holy light to my crew. Look at my man here. He's really taking shots. It's really bad. And we're just doing everything we can, but we're running out of juice. And so he's pumping that shield block. You can see we're doing. I'm panicking here. I'll hit this guy, maybe put a little aggro on me. Blessing of Wisdom kicks up. I get one more heal. Here we go. Oh, that's not much. No problem. Lay on hands. Just for you, handsome. And now you're going to be fine. With that run complete, I turned in all my quests, head to Stormwind to get some abilities, and Mr. Rawl pulls me aside, says there's some broad I need to check on out in Westfall. Yes, sir. And right when I showed up, so did trouble. But it's no problem because I came prepared. I brought some friends. My buddy Hogger and Jaegerman Jan agreed to come help me put these thugs down. Look at them. Cowards picking on some lady. We're going to take it to them. I'm falling back. I'm throwing those heels out. And the DPS is flowing. And as we were going to turn in, look who shows up. Another little hottie. A fellow Paladin looking to do the same thing. So here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Round 2. Happy to do it to help one of the family. And that's a wrap. I got it done. I need to head back. But first, I got wind that there was some big-ass Murloc on the beach causing people trouble. And I'm going to go out there and handle them. And old Murkai and I had a showdown. And then I did a little fishing. Y'all know me. I like to drop in a line. And I had forgotten how much abilities cost in Classic. Oh my God. Clipping me. These oily blackmouth are biting and they're selling. And the Paladin's got to eat. Report back to Lord Grayson Shadowbreaker that those Defias deviants have been handled, and he tells me that that lady's husband is an awesome blacksmith, and he wants to reward me for all of my outstanding service, and so he tells me you need to head over to Ironforge and talk to this fella, and he's going to craft you a sweet-looking hammer like I got here. And I'm like, hell yeah. So it's off to Ironforge we go. No flight path, no problem. Time for that tram ride. I love the tram. So cool. And I also love that Hordes don't have one because they're too stupid to build it. We arrive at Ironforge and we meet up with Mr. Jordan Stillwell. And he's like, dude, thank you so much for taking care of my old lady. I would love to craft you an awesome hammer, but the stuff I'm gonna need is all over the world. And it would take an epic adventurer to go gather all these things. And I'm like, I'm just your man, partner. And so he gives me a list of 4 items that I've got to get. I've got to get some wood from the Dead Mines, some ore from Thesselmar, a hammer from SFK, and a gem from BFD. So this is going to be a road trip because I don't have any of these flight paths. But the light calls and we answer. First things first, I just came back to Westfall to knock out another Dead Mines run and get the wood I needed off these goblins. And this shredder is awesome. Then when I was finished with that, flew back to Ironforge and got on the road to Thesselmar. And it was a little bit of a trip, but there was plenty of company along the way. Good to see everybody out here. We finally arrived, and we had to go talk to this guy, figure out where this box of ore was. Where's he at? He's down there. You gotta love these homes. They're so cozy.
You startled me, man. Can't you see I was lost in
And I am loving this voiceover mod.
For Ironforge.
It is incredible. It is just so immersive. And if you don't have it, I'll link it down in the description. Add it to your mod list because it is awesome. Take a little swim in the loch because there's nothing more fun than running all over the place in wet shoes. Arrive at the ogre area and look what it is. Another Paladin. Old Buckner. And I'm like, hey, fella, are you heading out to SFK? Because that was the part I was worried about. I was like, how am I going to get that hammer out of SFK? But I didn't really know, so I asked him. I was like, are you heading that way? And he was like, no, I've already done that part. Go ahead and grab that big box of ore we came out here for. And we're going to take that right on back to Thelsamar. So we've got 2 out of 4 now. We've got the wood and we've got the ore. And now it's time to head out to SFK. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had no plan. I had no plan at all. I just put my faith in the light that once I got out there, it would work itself out. But first, we're going to have to get out there. And my God, I forgot what a road trip this is. And I forgot how awesome the World of Warcraft is. And how cool it is to just go on these epic adventures. I think it's awesome. Oh, look at this guy. He looks a little wild and crazy. I don't think I'm going to have to deal with that. Here we save a little time. Just going to take a little leap and pop the Paladin parachute. There we go. And now we finally arrive out here to the wetlands. And just awesome. Just an awesome adventure already. I'm having a great time. High spirits. And I just want to reiterate at this point how much this adventure confirmed for me that flying killed the world of Warcraft. It really did. And, you know, I guess the good news is that you have classic modes for people that agree with me about that. It is just an entirely different experience being in a world where other people are running around and are actually in the world, not flying around above it like superheroes. It's just a much more immersive experience, and I'm really enjoying it. It was quite a trek all the way out to Menethil, and by the time we got there, I mean, from the waist down, it's nothing but ball butter and chafe. Just awful. We finally made it to Menethil. It's good to be here. We're saying hi to everybody, buffing everybody up. This is such a cool town. You know, I haven't seen it not underwater in years. Ever since Cataclysm, they put it underwater and then they never fixed it. We get the flight path here, and then
where would you
I
like to
also set my hearth here in the inn because I need to take this ship out to the Night Elf area to get to BFD for the gem I need. But for now, we're back on our way out to SFK in Silverpine Forest, and we still got a ways to go. My God. And it's Jurassic Park out here. I mean, these dinosaurs are everywhere, and everybody's like, stay on the road, it's safe on the road. But look here, it ain't so safe. Bubble, stun, and run. That's the old low-level pally combo. And that's all you got against them high levels. Look at that skull there. Not much I can do. Good news is I had spec'd into the movement speed increase and the retribution tree. So I've got that good cardio going, and you can see they're not catching me. Fortunately, this rogue didn't have their sprint up, so we're just increasing our distance. Kept using the blind to kind of trick me back closer, but no, sir. Not me. Now, I probably shouldn't have done the cheer here at the end, because I think that promoted a level of determination to kill me that they might not otherwise would have had. And you can see I come out a little later. And I mean, I had taken a bio and everything, and they were still waiting for me, so the cheer probably wasn't the best thing to do, but whatever. But we're back on our way out to SFK. Just taking in the scenery. Oh, look, another dinosaur. These things are out of control out here. And I'm going down, and look. Iceman comes in. Haha! Like Top Gun, saving Maverick. Thank you so much. Was going to whisper and say thank you, but they got out of range. Hillsbrad, here we come. Just staying on the road. Oh, but I can't because there's a undead death squad full of skulls. Chase me off into the forest here. And then there's spiders and bears. Oh my, I mean, I'm just getting pulverized. Oh, look, it's some humans. Those are my people, right? No, those are bad too. Oh, I forgot about all of this shit. And so, bubble time, and we're out. Ah, look at this town. So beautiful. I love this art. You know, less is more in a lot of ways. All these years later, still looks beautiful. There's some more beauty from the Alliance, but look what it's full of. A bunch of filthy horde desecrating it. Makes me sick. But I'm on a mission, and I'm low level, so I can't really do anything about it. Here comes my man right here, hopped up on that caffeine. Been hitting them Mountain Dews for that retail Mountain Dew bike. Now they're coming at me. All right, so we're just going to stun and run. But they're determined to keep coming. Okay, this is going to be a deal now. I should not have gone into Retribution Aura here. I should have done some Devotion Aura, but it is what it is. What I'm doing here is I'm kiting out. You can see I'm waiting for my Divine Shield to come off cooldown in case I need it. I haven't PvP'd at all, and honestly, my keybinds are a disaster. Now, this hamstring that's sitting on me, I should have freedomed out of that. And you can see I've got some high skill backpedaling going on and stuff. But my keybinds, I'm still working out what I want. So I thought I did hit freedom, and I would have in retail, but I've got different keybinds in classic. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, so we're fighting this warrior. Just keeping the seals going. Keep popping them, stun them, gun them. There we go. And now we're on our way. Got a lot to work on. I haven't PvP'd in a while, so need to brush up on that, but we'll get there. Finally made it out to Shadowfang Keep, and what did I tell you? The light will provide. And so it did indeed. I found a group that had a spot available, and I hopped right in. The only problem was we couldn't get the whole group together because the outside of this place was crawling with hordes. And you can see we'd go to summon, let's go summon, and then you get feared and novad, and it was like, nope, just bubble and head back in. Too many out there to go summon, and we're like, all right, let's all take a bio and come back. Maybe it'll cool off. And I was like, I'll go check. And I go back out there, and nope. They're still out there ready to smoke us. So we just got started clearing, but eventually our whole group got here, and I gotta tell you, this is just so much fun. Because I was really kind of playing this support role. I was kind of tanking, kind of healing, kind of damaging, and it was just so much fun. It really was just enjoyable. It wasn't stressful. I wasn't worried about if we were going to make the time. I was just in here, chopping stuff up. Found the hammer I needed right here. There it is. And there we go. 3 of 4. And this epic quest continues. Just one more piece to go. We finish up the run. I hearth back to Menethil Harbor and hop on a ship out to Night Elf territory so I can run down to BFD to get the gem I need. We get inside here, and these elites are something. You know, all I've got is my hammer and seal of casino, and sometimes it procs and really helps you out, and sometimes it doesn't do much. Some fights went better than others, but it was slow going. And then look who shows up. My boy Buckner. Remember Buckner? Yeah, the guy we met out there in the ogre area, getting that ore. We run back into each other, and he's working on getting his gem too. So I invite him to party, and look, he's like, well, well, well. And we got to work together, and minus some negative horde interactions, it was a lot easier as a pair than as a solo. Grab my gem. He got his gem. Hearth back to Menethil to hitch a ride back to Ironforge to turn all this stuff in, and I am just jacked. I am so stoked. You guys know how much I love a great hammer. This was an epic adventure, and it all just worked out. Had some highs, had some lows. It was just so much fun. Make it back to Ironforge. Hand it in to my boy.
This is wonderful.
And then he gets to work, crafting me a masterpiece. And I am stoked. I'm more excited for this level 20 blue hammer than I have been for a retail piece of gear and like 4 expansions. I mean, I am pumped for this thing. I just want to say when it comes to these epic quests, a lot of people would tell you that's a waste of time. You'd have leveled faster and more efficiently if you'd have just farmed, you know, crabs on the beach or whatever. But let me give you my opinion. Screw that. This was an epic adventure, and I'm in no hurry to get to the top and play with all the burnouts. Take your time, have some fun, interact with the community. This was such an epic adventure, and I had a blast. This was some quality gaming, and I haven't had that much fun in a while, and most certainly not in the World of Warcraft. Classic rocks. Check it out. And now here I stand, hammer in hand. Spread the word to all the enemies of the Alliance. There's a new Paladin town. And it's hammer time. Oklahoma out.